Yeah, I'm going to show you how to plant grass in Farming Simulator 25. So this is grass that we see here. And if you want to fast track this, you could buy a field that's got grass in it already. So I'll just show you that quickly first. I'm actually sitting in a field here, field 11, that's got this. And when you're looking at the map, if you make sure this is on crop types at the top here, this is grass. And if we turn it on and off, you can see there are several fields with grass already growing in. But it's not hard to plant it yourself if that's what you want to do. So buy one of those if you want. You click on them here and choose buy, and then you will own that, and then you can actually just farm the grass on there if you so wish. And I'm going to show a different one about how to mow grass and all sorts of stuff there. But on the farm, this field here that we're going to have a little look at, field 4, has been ploughed, and we could plant grass on here straight away, and that's what I'm going to show you here. So if you tab over until you get to your little 3650, this is on Riverbend Springs, by the way, and you can use any tractor to do this. But if I drive this tractor around to the front here, there's actually a seeder on the start farm that you can actually use, and some seeds conveniently, but I will show you which one this is in case you don't have it, so you can actually get it as well. But to plant grass, all we need to do is go and get this seeder here and then adjust it so we can do it. So let's just get in here like so. Reverse back here, and when you're in position there, you see it says attach tool with Q. Hit that or whatever button it shows, and then move forwards. If you look up the top left, you see it says turn seeder at the minute. If you keep going forwards, you will see an option there that says refill seeder, because we have a bag of seeds there. Now, just before I do that, I'll just show you in the shop, if you don't own this stuff, what you'd be getting. So this is a small tractor that we have as the tractor. So it's the John Deere 3650, 45,000. You can double click that and buy it, or you could lease it. Lease it would obviously be cheaper. If you want a better tractor, you could do. I like the 6R John Deere. A lot more money, but a lot more power. So you could go with that, and it works faster. But we'll go with that little one because that'll do the job. Then we also need a seeder. So if you go down to seeding here, you've got the planters. I think it's in here. Is it a planter? Actually, no, I think it's a seeder. That would make sense, wouldn't it? And it's that one, the Great Plains Solid Stand 1500 that we get on the start farm. This will do the job for you. And then the other thing that we've got is seeds itself, which is this, and then a bag of seeds there, and purchase those. And then when you go and connect all that up at the shop, you would go up to it here, and you see up the top left now it says refill seeder. Hit R, and then look below me, and you can see it's filling up. And you're probably going, whoa, 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 it says wheat. Now, the one weird thing in Farming Simulator 25 is that these seeds are ones that you can change even once you've filled it up. Stuck there, let's just drive through. There we go. And I will show you what I mean by this. So on the left hand side, you are free to select a different seed, and if by magic it will adjust to that for you. So you see it says Y, we adjust that until down below, or on the left hand side it says grass, and there you go, we are ready to plant grass. Now before we do that, I want to talk about a couple of things. If we just jump out of the tractor before we get to work planting. The field itself, this starting field, has not been fertilized, so I would suggest you fertilize it before you crack on with this. And if you do 2 stages of that, you'll get 100% fertilizer. You can also see down there it says needs lime, and again that will help with your grass. You will improve the yield if you also lime the field, and if you need help with that, have a little look at my other videos. I'm not going to do those here just for speed. I'm just going to show you how to plant the grass, but if you want to help with those, look at my field guide on my channel. So to seed, there's a couple of different things you could do. You can either drive to the field like this and then hit activate AI worker, and the AI worker will go and plant the seed for you. On the left hand side, if you hit H, that's what would occur. Now, if you want to do it yourself, it's pretty easy. You can either manually go forwards, but then it's easy to miss spots when you're planting the seed. But there is a mode called Steering Assist in Farming Simulator 25, which makes this very easy. And if you hold down H or whatever button it shows on the left-hand side there, on that thing before we jumped in here, we've got this. So we've got AI worker, and this shows how the AI worker would work this field. They would start in the middle here and then go up and down these orange lines here, and then start tidying this up with what are called headlands, where they go around here. And if you're wondering why would they do that, the reason is to take into account where you've got other fields nearby, or you've got a tight bit at the end with a load of trees. So it's saying, look, if you put in the headlands, then you're going to have enough turning space basically to do the field tidily. Now, if you look on the left hand side again, hold H. If I go to Steering Assist, I can adjust this. So I can say, do you know what? I'm going to go with fewer headlands if I want, just because it's a little bit easier. I can change it to one headland, and then it'll say, okay, if you want to do that, you can go along here, but we still suggest you have one headland here, here, and here, and here, but do these vertical ones here, and that basically means you've got enough turning room. It's going to be tight, but possible. So I'm going to put that one on. I could ignore that entirely, but you'll see why this is useful. So if we go forwards to the field now with that on, we should see this, which is showing where we would do this. So to use this, on the left-hand side, activate the lane with H, and the green line is where our tractor will now drive, and the blue lines are where the tractor, or rather the edge of the seeder will go. So if I move into position here, like so, and now hit H, go forwards, the tractor will automatically line up there. And you can see kind of the reason why we've got this headland, because we're not straight at the end of the field there. We didn't quite get in line. But when I turn the seeder on now, so we've got the grass below, we turn the seeder on with B and lower it with V. So I'll turn it on with B, lower it. And now as we go, you'll see that grass will start to be planted. And if I zoom out with my mouse wheel, you can see that the grass is gradually being put down. So we're at 999 litres now, 998, and you get the idea here. So we're going forwards. So all you do now is you are in control here. You could use the AI worker, like I say, but you have to pay for that. And you keep going until you get to the end of the green line, but you want to make sure that your planting is going to that point before you lift the seeder up. So as I get to that point, I'm thinking about lifting that seeder up so I can come back on myself, and you can see the problem this end as to why I need to think about some sort of headland, because I've only got this little area to turn around and try and straighten up before we hit another lane. So it's up to you which lanes you do. It doesn't really matter as long as you go into a lane. So we'll do that one there. So I've hit H there. We're now lining up, and you can see that I didn't get to the edge of the field there. I'm slightly wonky here, so we probably go back again and just try that again. Just try and line up a little bit better. But because we got that swing on the cedar, you can see again that's not quite right. So this is why that header or headland is important, because I can't get that quite straight before I start seeding. So I'll go again here, but I think we will find that it's not quite in line, but you get the idea. Just about there. I think we've just scraped in, but it might be not quite there. So we'll be close, but you get the idea. You have more headlands if you think you can't get in line quite right there. And you just keep going like this to plant all of the seed. So what I'll do now is I'll finish the field, speed up time a little bit, and then show you the completed field, and then also show you, if we speed up time past that, the field with the grass growing in it. So you can see here at the corner where we're coming to the end of the field or turning around that we get these sort of bits where we won't have planted correctly. So I've just moved to this area here. I've activated the lane here to do this little bit. So you would tend to do these headlands here to ensure that you get those bits planted nicely. And again, you can see because of the tightness between the two fields, we are going to need to go down the verticals as well. So you want to do these horizontals first before you do the last two verticals, ideally. So you can see there, I'm going to crash into the other field. So I need to lift my seeder there, which is why we want to do those last two verticals. But we'll just lift that there, and then we will tidy that up by going down the verticals. But I suggest you do the two horizontals first. So I've got one line left to do. You can see we've got the horizontal line there. I'm just trying to turn the tractor over to get it tidy this way if I can. Hit H there. Then I'm going to lower the seeder, and hopefully we'll just get that beautifully nice and tidy there. That looks good. And you can see that will finish off the planting of the grass pretty much perfect, and everything all looks good. So that's how to plant grass in Farming Simulator 25. What I'm going to do just as this finishes off is I will speed up time so you can see how the grass grows and just prove to you that that is indeed planted. And you can see it's not needed loads of seed to do that. So if you look at our grass, we're at 73% to do this little field, so we didn't need to buy more seed to sort this one out. But when we're at the end here, we'll just run to the end there and then lift it up, and then you can turn off the seeder with B, and then I'm gonna detach this here and drive off and go and have a little sleep. So we will then see the following day that the grass should start growing. So we'll just jump out here, go rest at the farmhouse, and are to sleep. till the next morning. And just to explain what we were talking about before, if you wanted to increase the yield, if we're going to have a little look at that field, we should see things are growing. But if you did the fertilizing before we'd done the seeding, or fertilizing after the seeding, you would see that the fertilization level was better. We could fertilize now if we wanted, but you can see it says needs lime, needs rolling. Both of those things would increase yield. So we're only getting a yield bonus of 35%. And if we leave it at this is all we're going to get with the yield. So if you did lime, rolling, another stage of fertilizer, all good. So again, look at the other videos if you want to do that. But you can still let it grow and it will turn into grass shortly, or rather be ready to harvest. So I'll sleep again and then it should be good. So you can see above my head, we're now in October, so that's the second month that I've slept, and you can see that the grass has indeed grown. So if we have a little look at it here, it's now ready to harvest. So you can go ahead and mow that grass, no problem now. And then moving forward from there, you don't need to plant it again. You can just keep mowing it and using it for things like either hay or grass bales, which you can turn into silage, which is worth a lot of money, which I'll show in other videos. But there you go, my friends. That's how to plant grass. I hope that helped you out. If it did, give us a thumbs up, please. Much appreciated. Any comments welcome. If you need more help with Farming Simulator 25, have a little look around the channel. This channel's just about Farming Simulator, no other games. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe, please, and let me know what else you'd like me to cover. Thanks.